Hello, everyone, and welcome to this pick a card reading where we will be finding out how the person you are asking about feels towards you. Now, this does not have to only be romantic, this can be any person in your life, anyone that you are wondering how they are feeling towards you. I have 4 piles here for you today. We have pile number 1 with this strawberry green quartz. Pile number 2 with amethyst. Pile number 3 with honey calcite. And pile number 4 with carnelian. I'll give you a few moments here to take a few deep breaths, clear your mind, and pick the pile or piles that stand out to you the most here. All right, if you have chosen your pile, I have the timestamps to each one down below in the description box. If you still need more time, feel free to pause. Take as long as you need. But let's get started. Hello, if you chose the green strawberry quartz, then this is your pile, and welcome to pile 1. So I want to start off this reading with some channeled messages. This just allows me to get a bit of a feel and vibe from your pile, and I feel like it'll also be helpful to you to know whether this is your pile or not, depending on how much you resonate with these messages. So starting off, I got the vibe of like this being sort of a friend, someone that you want to get to know better. Maybe they're not necessarily a new person in your life, but it's like an acquaintance that you hang out with sometimes, but it's very like a surface level relationship. You have a very surface level relationship with this person, I feel like. And here are some messages I have for you in that this person loves how full of life you are, pile 1, and you may feel the same way about them in this, as well as the fact that you inspire them and bring a lot of passion into their life. And with these messages specifically, these 2 ones, I feel like this may be the same for you as well, where this person brings a lot of passion into your life. You guys may push each other to grow and step out of your comfort zones and try new things. I got a lot of Sagittarius energy. You guys may like to travel to new places together, to try new foods together. I also got the image of like rock climbing or hiking. So you guys may like to do a lot of outdoor activities together. However, I do feel like this person doesn't show a lot of their true emotions. They may show like a lot of happiness and joy and pleasure, but the heavier stuff, the deeper stuff, their wounds, their hurts, just and anything that allows them to be vulnerable or puts them in a vulnerable position, they kind of don't really show that much, which is kind of normal for a lot of people. But I mean, some people are more open with their vulnerabilities than others, and I feel like this person specifically is quite closed off in that sense. They love to have fun, they love to enjoy themselves, they like hanging out with other people, but I feel like they definitely maintain some sort of distance. And I also feel like both of you guys have a lot of things you want to say to each other, a lot of truths you want to say to each other, just because I felt a pulsing around my throat as I was tuning into the energy of this pile. But those are all the channeled messages I have for you today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cards here. So for your tarot cards, you have, the 5 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, the 2 of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles. So how does this person feel about you, feel towards you? With the 7 of Cups and the 5 of Stars, which by the way, in this pile, the 5 of Stars is the 5 of Pentacles. Oftentimes, the Seven of Cups gives me a feeling of uncertainty, and pair that along with this Two of Swords, it's almost like this person's not sure about you. And I feel like it's in the sense of this person's not sure how much they want to reveal their feelings to you, especially with it being a cup card, and the cups can often be associated with our emotions. And so this person isn't sure how much to reveal to you, I feel like almost. And as I say that, I totally forgot. I want to get some songs as well. So and what I'm going to do with these songs is I'm going to take a listen to them and let you know anything that stands out. But I do really encourage you to take a listen to them on your own and try and see anything that stands out to you, any feelings you get, any images, emotions, memories that may come up while you are listening to that song. And those are direct messages for you. But let's go ahead and get some songs here. Okay, so we have Notice Me, ooh, by Role Model and Benet. I love this song. Oh my god, I love that you guys got that. We have Bad Idea by Ariana Grande. Forgiven by Within Temptation. And This Town by Kygo and Sasha Alex Sloan. Okay, this person may have recently broken up with someone. You guys could be friends, and this person could have broken up with someone, and now that they're available, maybe you've had a crush on them and you're wondering like, oh, is it possible that something could happen here? Because with this Knight of Pentacles, this is giving me a sort of like long lasting relationship. I feel like this has been a connection with someone you've known for a long time but may not necessarily have been in a romantic relationship. And as I'm saying that, I know I said this pile was for, you can add, it's not necessarily only romantic relationships. However, I feel like for this pile, I'm getting the strong sense that this is a friend that you've known for a long time that has recently broken up with their partner, and that you have maybe had a crush on for a while, and now that they've broken up with them, you're like, um, is it possible? Is there a chance for me? It doesn't have to be for all of you, but I feel like for a large majority, that's the big vibe I'm getting from this pile. The other vibe I'm getting from this is that this is somebody that you had previously had a relationship with and are now reconnecting with, and you're wondering, what's going on here? How does this person feel towards me? So two different things there, but as always, these are um, general relationship messages. So if you're asking about a family member, or if you're asking about a coworker, something like that, just take what resonates and um, leave what doesn't. So with Notice Me by Role Model and Benet, this song kind of talks about two people. Basically, the chorus goes like, can't believe you noticed me. And so I'm getting the vibe of maybe this is a connection that you're only now realizing, like, wow, I want to get to know this person better, or this other person could be thinking that about you, or like they're only now just seeing you or seeing how much you mean to them. Um, as well as you or this person could have brown eyes, because brown eyes are mentioned in the song as well. But yeah, the overall vibe of the song I'm getting is maybe this person, now that they've broken up with whoever they were before, they're now seeing you more closely. Can't believe you would notice me. Maybe you've wanted to be noticed by this person for quite a while now, in more than just a friendship type way or coworker type way, however it is. But yeah, I feel like this person's very guarded with their emotions around you. They don't show much, and they're quite uncertain how they feel about you. I feel like there's something there, but they're still uncertain. They don't know exactly. They're kind of confused themselves about how they feel about you. Um, it's like one moment they're thinking it's a bad idea to get close to you, and then the next they want to run away with you, with this town coming out. Yeah, so definitely two different energies here. As I stated before, one is like this is a friend that is now single, and maybe you two have been spending more time together. And then for others of you, this is somebody that you may have left behind or that may have left you behind that is now coming back, or that you've reconnected with. For a lot of you, I feel like maybe it's someone you left behind with this Five of Pentacles. And then Forgiven, because in this song Forgiven, it talks about like forgiving somebody for like leaving them behind essentially. And then with the Five of Pentacles, that makes a lot of sense, because in the Five of Pentacles can also talk of sort of like abandonment and separation. So you may have left this person behind to chase after your dreams. And I feel with Forgiven coming up, they've forgiven you for sure. They've forgiven you. And it's been a long time, but it's been a long 2 years, maybe, with the Two of Swords coming out. I don't know why I just thought of 2 years, but a long 2 years. But they're still guarded here. They still don't fully trust you yet. They don't necessarily, with the Two of Swords, it's like they don't trust you yet. Still keep a lot of things hidden. They still harbor some hurt, some resentment here. I feel like both of you um, have been avoiding a conversation that needs to happen. One that is an honest conversation, if this is something you two wish to pursue, because I feel like for a lot of you, you're still in contact with this person. This is someone like you have reconnected with, or you are currently getting closer to. Especially with Bad Idea, that kind of confirms the message of you two taking a break or separating for a bit, as well as maybe this person separating from their partner or on a break from their partner. So just be careful about that, because if they're on a break, then that's not necessarily a full clean separation. And then also, you don't want to be a rebound, right? So take things slow. Definitely a message with the Knight of Pentacles to take things slow here. And I feel like this person also wants to take things slow with you with the Knight of Pentacles. They really want to do things differently maybe than in the past, or like do things, if you guys may have rushed into things in the past and they want to take things slower here. They want to, I keep getting like do things by the book. But yeah, I definitely recommend, I definitely encourage you to listen to these songs on your own, see what lyrics stand out to you, because those will be personal messages to you from your person on how they feel about you. But yeah, overall, before we get into the oracle cards, to summarize, I would say that this person definitely feels connected to you. They want to grow closer. However, they are a bit scared. They're a bit guarded. They're a bit very hidden about their feelings. They don't want to reveal everything, but they have a lot that they want to say. And they do still feel abandoned either by you or by someone else. And that hurts them, that stops them from getting closer than maybe you would like them to be, or just getting closer than they would like to be. But with the Knight of Pentacles, they definitely want to build something with you. They feel like you guys could have a very strong connection, a very long-term connection, but that is going to take a bit of work and honesty from both of your sides. And they also are kind of surprised that you notice them, with Notice Me as well. Like maybe notice them out of maybe you have a lot of, maybe you're very popular, you have a lot of people you talk to, and so this person is surprised and happy that you notice them and that you want to grow closer to them if that's your goal. But yeah, definitely a lot of fear here, a lot of hesitancy when it comes to you, pile one. Especially with the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, the Knight of Pentacles is definitely, it's not a hesitant card, but it's quite a like methodical, slow moving card, where they want to make sure everything is right, everything is in its place, and that they have a plan so that they have 100% success rate moving forward. And with the Bee, this song didn't come. I don't even know if I have this song in that basket or the pouch that I have, but I would say Honey by Halsey is also coming through here as well. And I'm really being drawn to the snake. So if this is somebody that you have reconnected with and haven't spoke with in a while, then both of you have changed a lot. Both of you have gone through a lot, have changed, have different ideas, different ways of doing things, and you may sense this in this other person. But definitely take things slow here. Really get to learn each other, get to know each other before jumping into something. And this person definitely wants to get to know you better as well. If this is a friend, then I feel like you have seen this person change a lot, especially if you've been there through multiple relationships that this person has had, then you've definitely seen them change a lot. And I feel like they've always thought of you as a friend, but I feel like now that may be changing. But I just, like I said before, be careful, right? You don't want to be a rebound. Definitely take things slow. Don't jump into anything too quick. But there is something there for sure. But I want to get some oracle cards here. So the first oracle I'm going to get is from this archetype deck. And I basically want to ask, what does this person admire about you, or what do they like about you? So let's see. What does this person admire slash like about you? Okay. Okay, we have here companion, so definitely could be a friend. Loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. And I'm not going to take these ones on the bottom, but I will leave them. I will show you what they are. So we had victim and healer. So we have companion, then we have seeker, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Just shuffling some things around here. Lastly, we had child, divine, with the light attributes innocence, purity, and redemption. Ooh, okay. Suggests a special connection with the divine. So these are things that they all like and admire about you. With the child divine, just with the child, it reminds me of what I was speaking about earlier, where maybe both of you are able to act a bit more childlike together, or you just bring out the child in each other, the playfulness, the joy, the everything that you associate with children. And then they also admire how, I'm getting tenacious here. I'm going to hear the word tenacious when I look at the seeker card, but maybe also how dedicated and persistent you are in finding the truth, in being honest, and in being true to yourself. Especially with seeker coming out, this town and 7 of Cups, I feel like if you left this person to go, maybe to go seek after something, perhaps you went to university in a different region, you had to leave this person behind, or you had to move in order to pursue certain jobs, certain opportunities, this person admires that about you. I feel like it did hurt them deeply if that was the case, but they definitely admire you going after what you want. And then lastly, with companion, loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. So they admire those traits about you as well, especially with tenacity and loyalty coming out. It's interesting because that's kind of the energy of the Knight of Pentacles here. So definitely they admire how dedicated you are to your dreams and to yourself, and how persistent and maybe almost, I want to say, stubborn, in the sense that you don't give up easily. Okay, you don't give up easily. So those are definitely some traits that they admire about you, Pile One. Let me just make some more room here. And I keep hearing the song, this Forgiven song in my head, specifically the chorus where it's like, all that's done's forgiven. So I feel like definitely if you have hurt this person in some way, or they feel like you've hurt them in some way, they definitely have forgiven you in that sense, where it's like the past is in the past. And then if they have hurt the ways in which they have may have hurt you, they are wondering if you forgive them as well. And I feel like both of you, but this person specifically, like really wants to have a conversation with you. They really want to have a deep conversation with you where they can talk about the past, where they can talk about everything that's happened just so they can leave it behind. And that's for those of you who you are reconnecting with someone. For those of you who are who this is more of like a friend crush type thing, then they want to have a conversation about your true feelings for each other, because I feel like both of you may be walking on eggshells around each other or just not revealing everything. And that is why, and they want to have a conversation revealing that. But I feel like this is something that's going to still take a lot of time, because I feel like this person's definitely, as I've stated multiple times, very, very hesitant to share their true feelings, very hesitant to reveal certain vulnerabilities, certain ways that they feel, especially if they're coming off of a breakup here. I don't sense any malice here or ingenuity. Is that how you pronounce it? You know how like the opposite of genuine, like this person seems quite genuine, but they also seem a bit confused about themselves as well. So okay, but let's get some cards here on just messages and guidance for you in regards to this connection, pile one. Let's see what wants. Let's see what wants to come through here. Okay. So we have serendipity in reverse. Okay, with 18. Interesting. And I'm going to read this message from the book. I'm going to read both the relationship message as well as the protection message, just because it came out in reverse. So we have here, Spirit has a plan, and that plan is to place you in front of the right person at the right time. You have met or are about to meet someone vitally important to your journey, someone Spirit wants to bring into your life. Only divine forces can plan this meeting. It is out of your hands. Pay attention to the signs Spirit presents. So pay attention to the signs coming to you. So pay attention to the signs that Spirit is sending you here, pile one. And then with the protection message, perhaps you felt almost certain that serendipitous events were meant to lead to something better. It was supposed to be the perfect business, or that person you gave your heart to was supposed to be the one. Yet it all fell apart. Consider this. Sometimes synchronicity and serendipity come together to lead you directly into difficulties in order to deliver an important lesson you need to learn before you hit the jackpot. Don't get caught up in the drama of disappointment. There really is a silver lining in this cloud. Spirit always knows what you need and is guiding you to where you are meant to go. Pay attention to the signs presented to you, which is stated once again. So definitely pay attention to any signs this person presents you as well, I would say. Anything that, I feel like because this person's so guarded with their feelings, body language is going to be very important here. I want to get another card here. I want to get a card from my last oracle deck that we're going to do, and then I want to put those two together. I feel like that's what I'm being called to do here. So let's get one more message here, pile one, on messages and guidance for you for this connection, for this other person. Okay. We have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. I feel like it's important to take a step back from this person and really, I heard clear your energy here too, so you can get a more objective view. I feel like you're really enmeshed in this person's energy perhaps, or just this situation, and in which case this is a message to take some time out, to take a break from this person and gain a clearer head here. And I'm not saying that means this person's not for you. Like, why? That's not my place to say. That's yours. That's your decision to make. I feel like there's a decision to be made here for you for sure. And based on what you can see with your eyes on a very objective point of view here, especially with the Two of Swords coming out. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, there's so this pile is like very uncertain, confusing energy, and that's because I feel like this person is uncertain and confused about how they feel about you, how they feel towards you, whether they want to pursue something more or not, whether they want to grow closer to you or not. And if somebody, and that's a message in it and of itself. This person is definitely considering all of their options with the Seven of Cups, the Two of Swords, Bad Idea by Ariana Grande. Um, Definitely considering all their options. And so I feel like with serendipity in reverse, for sure. Yeah, with serendipity in reverse and take time to breathe out, this is a message for you to also consider all your options. You don't have to only take this path. If you are in that situation where both of you are maybe on a break or you just haven't committed to each other yet, consider all your options. Pile one, you do not have to take this path if it doesn't feel right to you. Don't feel like this is your only option when there's a lot more out there for you too as well, pile one. But that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Hello, pile two. If you chose this amethyst, then this is the pile for you. Now, before we get into your tarot cards, I have a few channeled messages for you that I wrote down just as I was sort of tuning into the energy of your pile. So, firstly, pile two, this person cannot figure you out. You come off as very mysterious to this person. I'm getting a lot of Pisces, Scorpio energy. You don't have to have those signs. You don't have to be those signs. You don't have to have a lot of that in your chart, but that's just sort of the energy I'm getting, where they can't quite figure you out. And I feel like there's reasons for that. One of the reasons I feel like is that you come off as sort of whimsical here to this person. And it may be in the way you dress, the way you express yourself outwardly. For you specifically, pile two, I got in the way you do your hair. Maybe you do your hair maybe you put a lot of care into your hair. You do your hair in a specific way that this person hasn't seen before. Lots of intricate braids. I see lots of intricate braids, or you put a lot of things in your hair like pins or clips, um, butterfly, dragonfly clips, things like that. Lots of braids, as I mentioned before. And then I heard as I was channeling a message, I heard Fae touched. So that may resonate with some of you. You guys may be really into the Fae, fairies, glitter, I heard, or quote unquote pixie dust is what was coming through. And then for those of you who have watched Harry Potter, Luna love good vibes here. I got specifically, like, you may say certain things that are like out there with a very straight face. And yeah, this person, you just come off as very mysterious to this person, and they really, really like it. They like that mystery. They like that whimsical nature that you have. So that's just some messages I have right off the bat. But let's get into your tarot cards here for how this person truly feels about you. Let's get some details. Okay, we have the Ace of Stars, which is the Ace of Pentacles in this deck. Ooh, the Ten of Cups. Definitely that fairy tale energy, the whimsical energy that I was feeling. Okay, Judgment. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, let me just take a moment here. Sort of tune into this energy. Yes, I feel like this person wants to live in your world, pile two. I think that sounds kind of weird, but what I'm getting here is, like, you see this archway and the Ace of Stars. I feel like this person is very grounded, very down to earth, very practical, and then they meet you, and it's like you introduce them to magic, to fairy tale, to that whimsical energy. I feel like they want to go into this archway into your world of the Ten of Cups, where everything, like, maybe you are very optimistic, or you just have a very specific way that you view the world, a very specific way that you interact with the world, and this person wants to be a part of that for sure. They would love to be able to see the world from your point of view. You may be really interested in astrology, and you are very open about that, and that really interests this person as well. With the Ten of Cups, I'm just noticing them looking at the sky. It's a rainbow in the sky, but we have the Ten of Cups here, and then Ace of Stars, a star in the sky. And I'm just putting two and two together, thinking if you're interested in astrology and you're open about that, then they are very they're interested in it too. But it's not in a way that's like um it's like they're interested in it because you're interested in it, that type of stuff. So just because they don't share the same energy or vibe as you, it's like it still intrigues them. Like they're very intrigued by you. And I do want to they place you on a very high pedestal. What I'm getting here with the I think this is a fly. I can't remember from what the guidebook says about this card, but I think what this is a fly or something like that. And I see the fly sort of carrying this other bug here. And I feel like one message I'm getting there is that they put you on a pedestal. Another message I'm getting here is that you've kind of like woken them up to certain things that they had no idea about or no idea existed. Especially with Judgment coming out. This is a major arcana coming out here, right? It's like they may have just been living their life like an NPC. I want to say like an NPC, like just very grounded, very enmeshed in the material plane, right? Very logical, very practical. They didn't give much thought to anything outside of what they can see, hear, taste, touch. And then you came in, and now with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it's like they're kind of unsure about a lot of stuff. I feel like you've really shaken up their worldview or the way they view certain things. I feel like since meeting you, they've had a lot of weird, let's say, coincidences, that unexplainable events, unexplainable moments. They may have even shared these with you. And I feel like you're really kind of opening them up in some way to things that are outside of themselves, to things that they perhaps may have wanted to believe in but couldn't get themselves to believe. You've planted some sort of seed within them that is growing for sure. But yeah, they definitely have very, very, very strong feelings towards you, pile two, and they have a very high view of you. That's not the right way to put it, but it's like they think of you very highly. They think very highly of you. They think you are very wise, very connected to maybe nature. They love that connection. You may have a strong connection to certain animals, horses. I'm getting here with this card, maybe birds. And they see that, they acknowledge that. I feel like they're very open to your whimsical nature, even though they may not necessarily naturally be that way themselves, for sure. Oh, and oh my god, I completely forgot. I want to get some songs for you. So let me go ahead and do that right now. Also, I just heard when I was pulling the songs that you're kind of like a diamond amongst coals. Like I feel like their entire life it's been like they've been surrounded by coals, and you're kind of like a diamond in their eyes, at least. So we have here, okay, metal about. Sorry guys, I'm doing this one-handed. Metal about, Chase Atlantic. Okay, let me just. Okay, I've changed to two-handed, but it makes my voice a bit muffled when I go two-handed, so sorry about that. Somebody Like You by Alan Walker and Aura. I don't know if it's pronounced Aura, maybe AU/RA, but Aura. I'll just call it Aura. Losing It Over You by Matoma and Amy, I think is how it's pronounced. But yes, a couple things about my songs. Pile two, I really recommend you take a listen to these songs yourself. I'm going to go through them and give you my point of view, but I really recommend you do it yourself and pay attention to any lyrics that stand out to you, any feelings that come up as you listen to these songs, any sort of memories or images, and those are messages directly from this person to you. But okay, I want to say if this is somebody that you're no longer speaking with, or you I feel like for most of you, especially with the Ace of Stars coming out, Ace of Pentacles coming out, this is a new person, or at least um, somebody that you're currently in contact with. But if that is not the case, if this is somebody from the past, somebody you no longer speak with, then this is a message for somebody like you and losing it over you, saying they have not yet been able to find somebody that makes them feel the way you feel. They have not yet been able to find somebody that is as good as you. I'll say that. But especially with the Seven of Pentacles coming out in reverse, for sure, if this is somebody you're not talking to, or you've broken up with, or you're no longer if this is somebody you're no longer speaking to, whether it's a friend or a romantic partner, whatever it is, maybe it's even like a workplace, like a boss or something. I don't know why I'm getting that. Like maybe you had a very specific, out of the box way of doing something at work, and left or were fired, and now this person can't find somebody as good of a worker as you, or that has the same strengths as you, that brings the same energy as you. If this is like some sort of boss or coworker, I don't know, that may be like very small portion of you, but if that's the case, then yeah, um then that's a message for you guys. But for those of you who are no longer speaking to this person, if you're not speaking to this person, and even if you are, it's, well, let's go over, if you're not speaking to this person, if this is somebody from the past that you are no longer on speaking terms with, and they have not been able to, they're not over you. I'll say that. They still think about you a lot. They try to meet other people. They try to talk to other people, make new friends or new potential romantic partners, and none of them come close to you. It's like you're there, like, but the Ten of Cups, this is like a wish fulfillment card. This is emotional fulfillment. It's like you definitely fill up something in this person that nobody else has been able to. Whether this is a new person you're currently speaking with, or somebody from the past, it's like they've never met somebody like you. Definitely one of a kind, like that image I was getting of the diamond in the rough, the diamond among all the coals, for sure. And with metal about, for those of you that this is a newer connection, could be I'm getting, like, I don't know why I'm getting coworker here, but just newer connection, someone that you've just started speaking to. Definitely there's that physical attraction there. Oh, and oh my god, I'm looking at the house on this card, and with metal about, it kind of talks about like taking somebody back to your house. So I feel like they definitely want to invite you over, or have it's that, but it's also, I feel like they want to take a look at your house or your room or your apartment or whatever, just to, because it would let them learn more about you. Because if the way you express yourself, um if they're so attracted to the way you express yourself outwardly when it comes to clothes, hair, your whole vibe, then I feel like they want to see what, where space you live in, because that will give them even more information on what you're like, and just let them like bask in that energy. Like, I don't know, they love your energy pile too. They love that whimsical, um magical fairy tale like vibe that you have, like you're something straight out of a fairy tale for them. If this is somebody that you are no longer speaking with, they miss you. They miss you like hell. I'll say that, because both losing it over you and somebody like you talk about not being able to get over someone, missing somebody, and I just got the feeling of like they haven't been able to adapt yet. I feel like maybe they see certain things or experience certain things that they want to share with you, but then they realize, like, oh, I can't anymore. So definitely that vibe, if this is somebody that you have a history with. Now, if this is somebody new, then this is kind of like the energy of, I feel like they don't want to bother you. I feel like they want to get to know you a lot better. They want to be with you like all the time. I'm not gonna lie. This person definitely, like, um because they love your energy, they want to be with you all the time, but they don't want to, they have this like hesitancy because they don't want to bother you. They don't want to be too much too fast right away. With this Seven of Pentacles in reverse, they don't want to lose you. for sure. They don't want to push you away or like make you scared or scare you away, I think is the better term, like scare you away with their intensity or their or how much they want you, their desperation. Um, yeah, for sure. Because I feel like for you guys, there's people. I mean, I guess this is kind of like this was how it was with pile one too, where there was one where was like a newer person, newer connection, and then there's one where this is like a you have a history with this person. This is somebody you have known, an ex or a past friend, things like that. I mean, I want to see if that continues through all the piles, but so far it's been like there's been like two different groups here. But yes, I think I'm going to get some oracle cards here now for you, pile two. I want to start off with this one deck here, the archetype deck, and I want to see what this person admires about you slash likes about you. So let's see, what does this person admire about my pile ones? I just called you pile one, sorry, pile two. What does this person admire slash like about my pile twos? I'm hearing this person has trouble sleeping because they have I'm hearing this person has trouble sleeping because they think a lot. They think about you a lot. They think about if this is someone you have a past with, and they think about all these memories. They think about a lot of happy memories with the Ten of Cups coming out, as well as the beginning of your connection with the Ace of Pentacles. However, this is a newer person, then this person daydreams a lot about you, and they have trouble sleeping because they're thinking of like a future with you or ways they can spend more time with you. Maybe also some other physical attractive thoughts about you. I don't want to say it explicitly. Okay, interesting. So we have here Virgin with the light attribute maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So they love how pure you are. Let me fix this. Hold on. I feel like they love how pure you are and how pure your energy feels. Feels very like childlike energy in the sense of, like I was mentioning before, you feel very whimsical. You feel very, like you still believe in fairy tales and fairies and romance and true love. I feel like this person definitely admires that about you, because I feel like this person's kind of like the complete opposite, but not in a way where they reject that type of energy or that type of beliefs, but in the way where they admire that in the other person. They may not necessarily feel it down to the bone, down to their soul, but they admire that about you, and they can experience that energy with you without actually becoming enmeshed in it. If that makes sense, I'm trying to figure out how to word this so that it's clearer. I also am getting the message that this person feels like really it's like they feel really high with you. Like they get such a dopamine hit with you, and then when they get back home, when they go back to their place, it's kind of like their life is back to being gray. It's like and I feel like that's one of the reasons why they like being around you, because you light up their life with a lot of colors. You make their life more colorful, because I feel like just their energy in general as a person is very monotonous, I don't want to say boring. It's not boring, but it's like they don't have a lot of movement in their life and in their energy, I feel like. And so that's what they like about you. And same thing if this is someone that you know in the past, it's like their life feels a lot more dull without you. I'll say that. Without you in it. One of the reasons why they really miss you. They also feel quite creative with you. Pile two, you may inspire them to create something or to just make their life bring more color into their life. Like they may see something that reminds them of you or your energy, and then buy it and like keep it around them to remind them of you. And that kind of allows them a little glimpse into that, that whimsical energy. That's the best way I can describe your energy, is kind of like whimsical. It's like out of this world. It's very unique, it's very original, one of a kind for sure. But I'm gonna pull one card, but we'll see how many come out of this deck for just messages and guidance for you in regards to this connection and how to approach it and such. So let's see for you, pile two, messages and guidance for you in regards to this connection. Oh, okay, two came out. Two came out, which is what I was feeling before, because I said some, which I was only expecting to pull one. But so we have here 25 with round and round, and then 24, which is time for a nap. It's interesting that we have sort of like descending, or if you want to say ascending numbers. I'm actually going to put this one on the bottom since that's how they fell. Definitely getting a pairing here for sure, pile two. It's like you guys were kind of made for each other. And I'm not saying that in the sense of you guys were meant to be together. I'm saying this in the sense that both of you have taught each other a lot of things. Just right off the bat, what I am getting from these cards, I do want to read the relationship messages when it comes to these cards, but just intuiting the messages myself, I feel like you also may, it's either this person feels really sleepy around you, but that's because you comfort them a lot, and then you may also feel sleepy around this person. Just if we're taking those messages literally, but if this person definitely thinks about you a lot, okay? You are on this person's mind a lot, pile two, and not only on their mind, it's like they're constantly thinking about you, constantly thinking about certain interactions or future interactions that could happen or past memories. And they want to break from it almost sometimes. It's sometimes overwhelming to them. And so what's one way they can turn off their mind? Oh, going to sleep. When they go to sleep, they dream about you too. So it's like they can't escape from you. But let me read these messages from the book here. So for the relationship message we have, are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar. Don't be surprised that you found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person who may not look similar but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine, as you get to do things again, only differently this time. For you learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you're aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. Yes, definitely learning a lot of lessons here. I feel like both of you are learning a lot of lessons from each other right now, as I was picking up on before. And then when it comes with time for a nap, it says when it comes to the when it comes to the matters of the heart, don't make any plans right now. If you're not partnered, it's good to take this time out to get to know yourself. If you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time. Don't force anything now. Allow things to flow naturally, and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationship and give it a rest so that your love and connection can become rejuvenated. So, those are just some messages in regards to how to approach this connection here, pile two. If that's something that you have been wondering. And so I feel like both of these cards together, it's kind of like a message to not try not to give too much of yourself to this person just yet, or just for now. Especially if you have been feeling drained recently, try to keep some energy for yourself, because I feel like this person, I don't, it's not like malignant. It's not like this person is feeding off your energy, but they do love it so much. And sometimes people can't control whether they're taking or giving energy. And so it's important for you to really manage your energy and not give too much of yourself away this time, or during this time. Really keep things to yourself, because I feel like people will love this pure, warm-hearted, spirited, unique, original, whimsical energy that you have, pile two. So it's important that you are aware of that and you don't give too much of yourself away. But lastly, let's get a message for you from the moon, pile two. Oh, we have two cards here. We have a new start is coming, a new moon. This recent new moon in Taurus may have been very significant for you. And then we have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. And this card also came out in pile one, so you may have been drawn to that pile as well. But yeah, if you've been wanting a new start with this person or another person, or this is a new person that you've been wanting to commit more to, you want to learn more about, you want to grow deeper, then you want to grow your connection more with this person, then this is definitely a message that this is happening soon. Or maybe you've been wanting a new person to come in, another message that this is happening soon, and they may be similar to somebody in the past with the round and round card coming out, but that's just to allow you to do things a bit differently here. And I feel like what it's being asked for you to do a bit differently is to be more receptive in this connection, be more passive, in the sense of allowing that person to come to you more and allowing that person to initiate things with you more, and to, I'm getting like, take a lot more of the burden. I don't know why. I'm just hearing that, where maybe in the past you've put a lot of energy, effort, and stuff into connections, and I feel like this one's going to be different. This one is, this person's really going to be doing a lot for you, wanting to take care of you, serve you in some way here. You are going to be gaining a lot from this connection rather than the other way around, if that's how it's been in the past. But yes, that's all I am seeing for you here today, pile two. Thank you so much for watching and allowing me to read for you today. Thank you to Spirit for these messages. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, if you chose this honey calcite, then this is the pile for you. Pile three, welcome to this tarot. Pick a card of how does your person feel about you. Now, before we get into your tarot, I want to read out a few channeled messages I have in regards to how this person feels about you. So I'm getting a bit of a quite a somber energy here, very distant, very cold energy. You guys may not be on speaking terms right now, or you just don't really interact with each other that much. Whether this is, I feel like for a lot of you, this is somebody you used to know, somebody you may have had a very strong connection with, but no longer do. Because I feel like a very distant energy here. Now, for this could be somebody that you want to talk to, somebody new that you want to talk to, but you don't really. And then that would also explain this sort of distance that we have between the two of you. But for sure, for all of you, very distant person, distant energy. You guys may not speak that much, may not interact that much in the physical world. I'm getting they want to reach out to you, but they are hesitant. They don't do it. They hesitate because I feel like they feel like you wouldn't be receptive to that. Um, However, they do observe you a lot. If this is somebody you don't see face to face that often, then they definitely look at your social media. They look at, maybe try to ask certain people that both of you know about you. They definitely try to gather information on you, how you're doing, what you're doing, things like that. Definitely very, very perceptive when it comes to you. They try to read your body language, your tone of voice. Especially if you do tend to see this person on a daily basis, like maybe this is a coworker or something, they definitely are observing you very closely through social media and through physical interactions, face-to-face interactions, if you do interact with this person that way. I also heard in my head, have you forgotten about me? When I was tuning into this person's energy. And then I got the word forlorn. And while I have heard of this word and I've read it in books and I know the general feeling of the word, I don't know the exact definition. So I went ahead and looked that up, and we got pitifully sad, abandoned, lonely. So that person definitely is kind of in a, so this person definitely is feeling sad over you. They don't like the distance between the two of you. But let's go ahead and take a look at your tarot cards. So we have the Four of Crystals, which is the Four of Swords. Okay, the Four of Cups. The Hierophant in reverse. And the Five of Swords. Okay, yeah. This person's very sad, pile 3. I feel like you've made this person very sad. Which may not be any fault of your own. Like, I don't know all the details of what happened, but this person's definitely very, very sad, trying to get over you. I'm noticing these 3 dots on this card above this person's head, and it's sort of like, it's like they want to reach out to you so bad, but they don't. They know it wouldn't be well received, so they have to sit here and wait for you to initiate something or to reach out to them. And if you have this person blocked on social media, that doesn't stop them. They just make a different account and stalk your page is the best way I can put it. This definitely could have been a long-term committed relationship that has been broken off, or you're taking a break from, or you have had a disagreement with this person with the Hierophant in reverse and the Five of Swords upright. Definitely some sort of loss here, some sort of disagreement, arguments that this person definitely ruminates over in their head. But before I get any further, I want to pull some songs for you. Okay, we have, okay, Talk by Hosier. And right off the back with Talk, that's what I was saying. This person desperately wants to talk to you. They desperately want to work things out between the two of you. Now, whether you want that, well, that remains to be seen. Next, we have Mercy by Echoes and Kellen Quinn. And we have Wonder by Adventure Club, The Kite String Tangle. Okay, definitely makes so much sense. by your side. By awaken, I am. Okay. Okay, pile 3. When it comes to these songs, I am going to give you my interpretation of them. But what I love with music and getting certain messages, connecting to spirit and our spirit guides through music, is that it is so subjective. So I really encourage you to take a listen to these songs on your own. It doesn't even have to be all of them, maybe one or two that really speak to you, really stand out to you, and paying attention to the lyrics, paying attention to how they make you feel, what images come up, what memories come up when you listen to this. And I feel like that's going to give you a lot of personal messages from this person, or how this person feels towards you. So I definitely encourage that you do that, as well as the fact that I completely forgot to tell you, but when I was shuffling your cards, I heard Rolling in the Deep by Adele. So that may also be another song that is either significant to you, or you may want to listen to as well. And that one's specifically significant because I don't really listen to that song. I know of that song. I've listened to it in the very, very, very long time ago, maybe when it came out. So for that to come through is interesting. But one thing I'm getting with the Talk by Hosier is that this song is that this person may have been all talk. They may have been said a lot of things, said a lot of nice things, but never really acted. I feel like they were very passive, very especially with this 4 of Cups. Like maybe you always had to initiate things, or you always had to make the first move. With the four of sword crystals, which is the 4 of Swords, and then the 4 of Cups, yeah, I feel like they got too comfortable. They got too comfortable in this connection, and I feel like they still feel really comfortable with you, or at least they wish they could get that back. But yeah, this person, as I said, this person just feels so passive, and that's probably one of the reasons why they don't reach out to you. They're waiting for you to reach out to them. Essentially, they want to talk, but they don't want to be the first one to initiate things. Maybe that will make it seem like they're giving up, or like I feel like they desperately want to talk to you. They desperately want to reconnect, but they don't want to be the first person to reach out, and sort of like, I don't know, lose the battle of attrition. I'm hearing, in the sense of like, maybe you guys are kind of at a standoff, and neither one of you wants to make the first move to initiate anything. This person was definitely a lot of words, not a lot of action, and I feel like they are still like that. And I feel like for most of you, this is definitely somebody that you have a history with. But if for those of you that this is a new person, and if this is somebody that is a new person, they definitely are not going to be the first to reach out to you, no matter how desperately they want to. But they definitely watch you very closely. They notice a lot about you that they may not necessarily show. You may not realize how much this person actually like pays attention to you, for sure. Also, if this person isn't passive, then they see you in that way. When I was talking about how this person seems like they don't make first moves, they don't often initiate that. If that doesn't sound like them, then that may be how they're viewing you, how they feel about you, in the sense that they feel like you don't initiate things. You may be quite cold towards them, especially with Mercy coming out, and then just the channeled messages I had before, where it seems that you may be quite curt with them, very one-worded answers, very abrupt, or you were if you're no longer in contact with this person, and they definitely see that, and they view it as maybe you not. Um, I don't know. It's like they feel like you are all talk. Uh, yeah, I guess I was reading it off in the earlier, where it was like I felt like they were doing that, and it could still be that they're that way and they're kind of projecting that onto you. But when it comes to you, they feel like you may be all talk. You don't necessarily show. They're like waiting for you to act towards them in some way. They are waiting for you to show them your feelings towards them. And they feel like, with By Your Side by Awaken I Am, it could be that I feel like they read you quite easily. This person feels very perceptive. I feel like they read you quite easily, and it's like the way what they see about you, what they feel about you, what they perceive about you doesn't align with your actions and what you do towards them. This person also feels very patient, but their patience is kind of wearing thin here in the sense of that it's, which may be why there may be certain arguments or things that have come up between you, or that just, I feel like there's just like this tension between the two of you. They wish that they could have done things a bit differently, or things could have turned out differently between the two of you. Either way, one or both of you are being quite passive here. It could be both of you. And that's why I was feeling that energy before. I'd also say, look at the numbers we have here. We have 2 4s and we have 2 5s. So I feel like they want something to happen. They want to see progress or momentum in this connection with you, whether it's good or bad at this point, because I feel like it's really weighing heavy on them. And so they're like, man, even if it doesn't turn out well, I just want it to be over with. Whether it turns out good or bad, I want it to be over with. So I feel like there's definitely a lot of regret here on both sides of what could have been, what should have been, and how things turned out. Definitely regretting a lot of things, maybe regretting not putting more effort into it, or not receiving the effort they felt like they deserved. It could be, it's like, I feel like they definitely, hmm, they still care for you. This person cares for you. If this was a romantic partner, they still love you. However, that love or that care, they feel like it's not worth the pain that they had been feeling throughout this connection. And they wish things could have been different between the two of you. And I feel like there's still like, the reason why they're so torn up about this or so heartbroken, it's like they hate they can't stand the fact that they still feel connected to you. They still look at your social media, they still watch you. They don't like that they're so attuned to you still. Yeah, I feel like the main energy here for you, pile three, is sort of like a sadness, a longing for what was, or for what could have been between the two of you. Um, or what could be if this is a newer person, but for the majority of you, this is definitely somebody you have a history with, someone that you have maybe tried to get closer to and things just didn't work out. And I feel like that's because both of you have certain like issues or insecurities that needed, that that arose as a result of this connection. But there is a little bit with this wonder card, there is a little bit of a feeling of like, maybe I didn't do enough. Did I make the right decisions? Did I treat you well? Did I, it's like a little bit of doubt here that this person feels on whether, like, if this person broke up with you, or if this person's the one that left or asked for a break or ended things, then there's a little bit of like doubt in their mind of like, should I have really done that, because I still feel so connected to this person. They still feel very connected to you, but I feel like this is, they don't like that. They don't like that they feel that. They're like, man, why can't I just, leave and be done with it? They definitely still care for you here, pile three, but I feel like this relationship was very, or this connection, this friendship, this whatever kind of connection it was very heavy. It brought a lot of wounds to the surface for both of you, I feel like, especially for you, I'm getting in this sense. But it could be like, really take things how it resonates. But yeah, this person definitely still thinks about you a lot, definitely ruminates on certain things, what they could have done differently, or how things could have turned out differently. I feel like they try to distract themselves a lot. I get like, this person is very, I don't want to say headstrong, but like focused. It's like when they have their attention on something, when they have their eye on something, they put their entire energy, their entire focus on it. And so I feel like they try to distract themselves from you. What I'm a gamer. I play a lot of video games, and the sort of like metaphor or imagery I got was there's like a meme in the Valorant community, but it's like I would say it's like with gaming in general of when you break up with somebody that you like get really good at a video game because that's where all your focus goes towards then. I get the meme of like Valorant where it's like when people for those of you who play Valorant, you will probably know this, but it's like when you're facing somebody. I don't play Valorant. I just know the meme. When you're facing somebody named like I miss her, and then it's like they're like super. They like just they absolutely stomp you, demolish you, just because they're putting all their focus, attention, and energy on the game. So they get really good at it, and they let out their emotions in that way. And I feel like this person has found or is trying to find some sort of outlet to funnel these regrets and these very intense emotions that they feel towards you into something else. For sure, it could be their work, it could be, if they're an artist, then some sort of creative project, something like that. If they're a musician, then their music. Definitely trying to funnel certain emotions that are very heavy into something outside of themselves, for sure, when it comes to you, pile 3. But let's look on a little bit of a lighter side of things. For you specifically, pile 3, because this is really the first pile that's coming up where there's like, it's a very heavy, intense energy, dense energy, very somber, forlorn, as I said, energy here. With this deck, I've been doing like things that this person admires or likes about you, and I'm going to keep doing that, but I'm also going to pay attention to, if you look at these cards, I'll show you one, it has like shadow attributes. I'm going to be paying attention to those for your pal specific, those attributes as well for your pal specifically, because I feel like it may offer some more information as well. But let me get a few cards here on what this person admires and likes about you, but I feel like it's also going to tell me, give me a little bit more information on what's going on here with you too. Okay, we have here detective, light attributes, great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. Shadow attributes, voyeurism, falsifying information. With detective, that's so interesting that came out because as I was feeling before, I feel like this person um, is a bit of a detective when it comes to you, but you may be the same way. You may be, I feel like you guys kind of are mirroring each other for sure. You may feel the same way about them in the sense you may be looking at their social media or whatnot, or as you are doing right now, asking a question about how they feel about you. So then we have here angel, the light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. Shadow attribute, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. I feel like this person's almost kind of over it. I feel like their patience has they've lost patience with you, and I'm so sorry that that has happened to you, especially when you're going through something hard. It's difficult when people that you thought would support you and would always be there kind of leave, or they're not willing to stay by your side. And I feel like for this pile, there's stuff on both sides that could have been done differently, could have not been done better, and we're going to get more oracle cards on information on how you can approach this situation, so I don't want to talk too much about that. But if you have been sort of spying on this person through social media or something, they definitely know that. Or at least they suspect it, with the detective card coming out as well. And they still have, like I said, with wonder coming out, they still have like there's, it's almost like they have tried to suppress the part of themselves that sympathizes with you, or not sympathizes, empathizes with you, that the part of themselves that wants to comfort you, that wants to take care of you, they've kind of suppressed that side, and it's very like all the stuff that they've been burying, like resentment. I'm getting resentment. It's like, and I hate to tell you that, but I am feeling like a bit of a resentment here, or feeling like you're dramatic, or like what you're going through right now, like you're being very dramatic about it. And I'm getting the message that they don't feel like they were taken care of by you. But always take what resonates here, pile 3. Now, with these next 2 oracle cards I'm going to be grabbing here, pile 3, this is just going to be messages and advice in regards to this connection. So let's see. Ooh, okay. We have here poised. The number 48. Underneath that was soulmates and unfinished symphony. And right off the bat, I'm going to read the message for you from the book here, pile 3. But right off the bat, what I'm getting with this card is the best thing you can do here, if you don't want, is the best thing you can do here is to just keep doing what you're doing, to show your best side to the public, to make it seem like you're doing really well for yourself, even if that may not necessarily be the case. I feel like with poised coming out, you can see she's like standing atop this column almost with like ballerina shoes. So I feel like this is a message to remain balanced, to remain your most happy, authentic self. Don't let this person try to bring you down, or don't try not to show how much this person affects you. Maybe just try to be your best and brightest self here. But let me get the oracle book. With the essential meanings, we have being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best, and confidence. And then I'm going to read the relationship message. We have, when you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, friendships, and harmonious new connections are all present now or are coming in. You're ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. Okay, pile 3. So you're definitely ready to give, especially if you have been quite distant or cold to everybody in your life. This is a message that I feel like you're doing a lot of work. I feel like this person has kind of, because they've awoken a lot of certain wounds or insecurities that you may not have realized you have had in that moment, you have been working on dealing with them, on integrating them, and moving in a more confident manner. But let me get one last oracle card for you, pile 3. Okay, so we have here emotions are running high, supermoon. Yeah, definitely may still be have a lot of emotions, very strong, intense emotions when it comes to this person, pile 3. And this is a message to not, if you're done with this person and you don't want to interact with them anymore, then this is a message to not let them know how intensely or how heavy your emotions are when it comes to them, how much they affect you, and to be put on a confident face, put your best foot forward. However, if this is somebody new or somebody that you're just having like issues with, then this is also a message to come at it from a place of confidence. Like, even if you may not feel confident around this person, acting like you are confident, acting like you know what you're doing, you know what's happening, you know what's going on, will be your best bet with poised coming out. And then emotions are running high in the supermoon. But that is all I am seeing for you here today, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching and allowing me to read for you today. Thank you to Spirit for these messages. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, if you chose this carnelian, then this is the pile for you. Welcome, pile 4. Before we get into your tarot cards, I want to go through a few channeled messages that I have in regards to how this person feels towards you. So, first thing I got was a red panda. That may be significant to some of you. I see red pandas as sort of playful, so maybe there's a bit of a playfulness between the two of you. You guys like to tease each other, maybe, or I'm also getting maybe competitive. You guys might be, but it's like a playful competitiveness or a friendly competitiveness where um, you push each other to do better in that sense. You're not exactly what they expected. Like at first glance, maybe the way you look is different from your personality, and that kind of threw them off a bit. You make a strong impression, I heard. And then I got red curly hair, so either one of you could have this or both, and then freckles as well. So they may notice these things about you, or they may have these attributes themselves. And then I have you quiet their racing thoughts, so you kind of make them feel a bit calm around you. They feel a bit shy around you. You make them laugh. And then I got something weird. I got rock hunting, geology, history. The two of you may go rock hunting, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. That may be just relevant for some of you. But I do feel like you guys have both of you have a very scientific, analytical mind or like way of doing things. So both of you could definitely be in STEM and such. This could be a fellow student or fellow researcher, I'm not sure. They're excited to see how this connection will evolve and grow. Something about a mountain. You guys may live near a mountain. You guys may hike on mountain trails, or this person would climb a mountain for you. So, definitely very loyal, very persistent, and determined. And lastly, I got they don't need many words with you. So you guys may have a very strong like soul connection in the sense that you guys can feel each other's emotions, read each other's thoughts, or just they can tell you guys can communicate through more than just words and speech. But with those messages out of the way, let's get into your tarot cards here. So we have the Four of Stars, which is the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Crystals, which is the Six of Swords, the Ten of Swords in reverse, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. It's interesting that I felt mountain and you got the King of Pentacles, which kind of reminds me of sort of mountainous energy, just because it's pentacles and the kings are sort of like the pinnacle of their suit. So also being drawn to this red moon here that looks similar to this red pentacle as well. For you, Pal, for how this person feels towards you, I feel like you have a very healing energy. This person, I don't know, if this person's been through a lot or has a lot of stuff that's happened to them in the past, you kind of allow them to forget about it or move on from it, heal from it. You allow them to release certain burdens that they carry when they're by themselves, because it's like they can forget about them, I guess. You make this person sort of forgets about their worries when they're around you, and they feel very grateful to you for that. This is definitely like very loving, protective energy, I feel like, because they don't want to lose you. Um yeah, with this Four of Pentacles, it's they may hold on a bit too tightly because they don't want to lose you. And they hate when you're away from them as a result of that, because they're not there to watch over you, or I'm even getting control you. So be careful about that. There is a little bit of a controlling energy here because they don't want to lose you, and they don't want to lose the feelings that you bring out of them. Oh, and let me grab your songs as well. Sorry, pile four. I've done this with every pile where I go straight into the tarot and I forget to pull songs. No, I'm feeling a few more actually. So let's see. We have Like No One Could by Flora Cash. Okay. Mercy by Echoes and Kellen Quinn. She by Dodie. Right off the bat and getting like They Don't Feel Good Enough for You. Notice Me by Role Model and Benny. Somebody Like You by Alan Walker and Aura. This is so funny because these three songs came out in multiple different, not multiple, these three songs came out in different piles. So it's kind of like a full circle here, I feel like. But with Flora Cash, okay, I'm getting such a like weird energy here. This person's energy feels like nobody could treat you better than I can, mixed with I don't deserve you or I'm not good enough for you. So like definitely could be that sort of shy energy I was feeling earlier, where this person feels kind of shy with you, but then they're also like they want to keep you close. They want to control you so that because they don't feel good enough for you. Okay, yeah. So this person definitely has quite some insecurities here, especially with the Ten of Swords. They could have had somebody be a bit disloyal previously, and that's one of the reasons why they have this bit of like controlling energy. I don't like it. Um, but they definitely, I feel like they see you as out of their league. They see you as better than them, or just like that they're not good enough for you. But at the same time, they feel like they're the only ones that could give you what you deserve, or like they're the only ones that see that you deserve a lot or you deserve more. But you definitely feel out of their league, pile four. If this is somebody that you cut ties with, and then they definitely still think about you with somebody like you, and they can't find somebody that's makes them feel the same way you do, or that fills that role that you filled in their life. They may even feel left behind from you, because I just heard in my mind that it's like you're moving on to better places and they're kind of like stuck here in this Four of Pentacle energy. So you may be changing. You may be currently in a state of transition, pile four, and they kind of want to almost hold you back because they feel like you're going to leave them behind, or that you're going to. I'm getting, I just recently watched The Devil Wears Prada. I don't know if you guys have who's seen that movie. It's a very old movie, so I'd be surprised if nobody has. But do you know the main character Andrea and her boyfriend Nate? It's like Andrea was changing and changing her likes and her dislikes, while Nate was kind of staying in the same place and felt. And I feel like because of that, there was a little bit of like, I want to hold you back. I want to hold you down so you can be here with me, rather than rise up. Rise up to your potential. And I'm getting that little bit of energy here with this person. But I feel like they're doing it unknowingly. It's not like they're not doing it consciously. They're doing it unknowingly. So that's something to watch out for here, Pile 4. You're precious to them. You're really precious to them, but sometimes they can hold on too tightly. Sometimes we can hold on too tightly to the things that we feel are precious to us. Because you may want a bit more freedom while this person is content to stay in the same place. And Pile 4, I definitely encourage you to listen to these songs. Doesn't have to be all of them, just whichever ones stand out to you the most. But I recommend you listen to them and pay attention to any lyrics that may stand out or any feelings, images, memories, messages that come through, because those will be personal messages to you from this person on how they feel about you. But yeah, this person is definitely I feel like this person has a lot of insecurities, especially when it comes to you, because they don't feel good enough for you. They feel like you're so much better than them, or maybe you have a lot more opportunities than them. And almost sometimes they may feel like a burden or like they're lagging behind. And that kind of makes sense with what I was saying earlier with there was like a bit of a competitive energy here, but I feel like it's now like you've almost left them in the dust. It's not even a competition anymore because you've almost left them in the dust here. It's like they want to see you succeed. They want to support you. They want to be here for you. But it also hurts them to see how much better off you're doing than them, or how much better off it seems like you're doing compared to them, whether that's the objective truth or not. Because I don't think this person is viewing this your connection or this relationship in an objective manner, or like the true the what's really going on. They don't really see that clearly right now. But yeah, you definitely bring out a lot of insecurities, past wounds from this person, in this person. They just don't feel as good as you. Um, and it's not like this causes resentment towards you, but it's more so they feel like they have to hold on to you so tightly so that you don't surpass them, or you don't leave them behind. That's the best way I can put it. And that's the main message I'm getting here. Especially with the King of Pentacles in reverse, because the King of Pentacles in reverse I see as somebody that can be quite controlling, quite selfish at times. With the Four of Pentacles as well, definitely quite selfish. They want you all to themselves. They don't want to share you with anybody or anything. And that can quickly become toxic, right? That can quickly become overly controlling. So for some of you, this may be like some sort of endearing thing, like, nobody could treat you better than I can and things like that. While for others of you, this is overly controlling behavior. So take it how it resonates for your situation. But let's get a card from this deck. Pile 4. We have your student, which is kind of what I was picking up on before. Both of you guys may be peers. We have light attributes, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. And then with the shadow attributes, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. This person definitely learns a lot from you, more than they would like to admit. I feel like just the way you do things, they've learned a lot from you for sure. and you've taught them a lot about themselves as well as whatever they're pursuing. I feel like you guys are in the same field, whatever field that is, you guys are in the same field. And while they feel like they're not as good as you, you do push them to work hard. They feel almost inspired like you forge the path that they follow on. So this could be a child, this could be a peer, this could be a romantic partner. I feel like with this pile, it's going to be very different for a lot of you who this is. You definitely push them to grow, to change their mindset. If this person is quite a traditionalist or has very traditional views, you've definitely pushed those boundaries. Could be a parent. You've definitely pushed those boundaries and forced them to see something from a different perspective. I feel like this person wants the very best for you and they feel like you deserve the best, but they don't feel like they're the best for you. And despite that, they still hold on. They feel guilty for that. Very interesting energy that's coming through. It's quite different from any of the other piles. They see you as very intelligent, very hardworking, and someone who has a lot of knowledge and is very open. They feel like you are very, I don't know, I'm hearing malleable, impressionable. Definitely getting quite a sad, longing, yearning energy here. Feeling in my heart. This person really cherishes you, but knows that they have to let you go at the end of the day, or feels like they have to let you go just because maybe you two don't align on certain things, or your goals are different, your ideas are different. It's like you're fundamentally different in certain ways that this person feels like are not compatible. But I feel like this person is quite dramatic. I'm not gonna lie. Like this person um, is quite dramatic in their feelings towards you, and like I said, like they don't have the most objective, clear view of the situation. But let's go ahead and get some guidance and advice on for you in regards to this connection. We have here 10, unfinished symphony. Yeah, so I feel like one or both of you definitely feel like this relationship ended too early, or that you guys didn't get the closure that you needed or wanted. I will say, if you're waiting for a message from this person or this person to reach out, they most likely will not. Yeah, it's such weird energy I'm feeling here. Like this, they just feel so rooted in place while they feel like you're constantly changing, you're constantly chasing after new things, chasing after you where you want, what you want, and they feel like they can't do that. They just feel like, I don't know, left behind here. This may be like, I don't know, like what I'm getting here with the 6 of crystals and 4 of stars is like a childhood friend that you had to leave behind, or a a parent, you're leaving the nest and this is a parent, or this is a child that's leaving the nest, or I don't know, this could be a lot of different things. But definitely they feel like something was unfinished between the two of you. Something has been left unfinished. But they don't feel confident or willing to reconnect or to reach out again or to open themselves up to you. Very definitely don't feel like they are good enough for you, pile 4. They feel like you are like leagues ahead of them in something. But I want to read the relationship message for this card, and because it came out in reverse, I'm also going to be reading the protection message. We have here unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. And with the relationship message, we have moving on is difficult when love lingers. Things are left unsaid, and you haven't had the opportunity for closure in your relationship and in your heart. You can still feel bound up in relationships when closure is denied you. It's important to achieve this for yourself. Write that letter, make that call, or have that conversation over a cup of coffee. For peace of mind, accept matters as they are. Make amends if need be, and declare your feelings, even if only to yourself. Be clear about what was left unresolved, and close the door on the past so you can set yourself free. Only then can new love blossom. Yeah, definitely something here about you may not get closure on this person, pile 4, if this is somebody that you no longer speak to. Because I just don't feel like they would reach out, especially with this 4 of Pentacles. I feel like they feel like you've moved on already. And I feel like they feel like you've moved on very easily as well. With protection message, we have when unfinished business casts a shadow over your life, it is a reminder that procrastination is a form of self-sabotage. It is not in your best interest to stall. Even stumbling forward is better than holding back. Don't overthink things or let yourself get distracted. Just tie up any loose ends and deliver the results. Don't quit before the finish line. Spirit wants you to win. So, some few short messages in regards to this connection and how you can approach it from Spirit. But let me get one last card for you here, pile 4. Okay. 2 wanted to come out, I guess. We have here bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. And then have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. Something is brewing here, pile 4. Something is gaining speed, something's building up. It may not be in regards to this person. I feel like this is just in general. Have faith in your dreams in general. Also, you may be having dreams having to do with this person or something else, and that's a message to trust those dreams. That will resonate for those who, like, if that resonates for you, you're gonna know it. As well as bring love into the situation. I feel like maybe if you want to bring love and forgiveness for this person, that's things that have happened between you, but also just bringing love for yourself. I feel like that's going to be the best thing for you right now, especially if you feel like things ended off abruptly, or you weren't able to say what you wanted to say. Then bringing love into this situation, this connection, bringing love, patience, forgiveness will definitely be very helpful here if that's something that you feel like you want to do. But that is all I am seeing here for you today, pile 4. Thank you so much for watching and allowing me to read for you today. Thank you to Spirit for these messages. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night, and I'll see you in the next one.